Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? Sarasota Tim and Tammy. We're on our way to West Palm Beach. We're somewhere in the middle of the state, about halfway. Time check, 10:26 a.m. and 84 degrees. Crossing the state, there's nothing but cow pastures. It's amazing how Florida, you've seen the videos that I made, they have all those beautiful beaches, and you've seen West Palm, Boynton Beach. Everybody's heard and seen Miami. And then look, this is what you got out here. All this in the middle of the state. Up and down. We're on State Road 70 that goes into Okeechobee, and then on into West Palm Beach. And I'm just checking in with you guys, let you know that I'm going to go over there and I might make a couple of videos for you of the area, reminisce a few minutes, but I want to get back before too late. Tammy will hang out a few days. She's going to bring her car back. But I don't know if I told you guys or not. How you cruising? Tammy and I, we got us a cruise coming up. It's not right away. We got time to lose about 5 or 6 pounds. Get ready for the big buffet. So we're working on that. But we're very excited about that and the videos that will ensue. And if you've never been on a cruise, let me just tell you this. Cruises represent the absolute best value, bar none, of any vacation you can take. And people that say, oh no, I don't like cruising, I don't want to be stuck on a boat, I don't want to get seasick, I don't this, I don't that. Let me just enlighten you a couple of things. One, I've never seen anyone seasick on a cruise ship, at least not the ones we've been on, because you can't even feel it move. Many times on cruises, I have planned to be on the top deck to video it coming in and putting the ropes out, all the guy lines and everything, or to watch it take off. I can't tell you how many cruises that I've missed leaving the port when it starts the cruise. You do not feel these ships move, stop, go, anything. It's really crazy. And when you're walking down the middle in the promenade, they call it, it's like walking down the middle of a mall. But what makes it a great value is you're getting 3 countries you're going to see. You're getting free travel, world-class entertainment several times a day. You can see these shows, these free shows. You have, what else? You got comedy shows, entertainment shows, diving shows. They have a thing called an aqua theater in the back where they do these 60-foot dives. Ice skating rinks where they do this ice skating show.
Nightclubs, bands.
Oh, big time live music, bands, several nightclubs, dancing, and endless, huh? Karaoke. And then of course all the bars, there's like, I don't know, I lost count how many swimming pools there are. And there's what we call the tub, but it's really a big jacuzzi. I'm talking ginormous. And they have like a falls that goes over the side, and you get up to the edge of that and you look, and it's the 15th floor up on this ship, and you can see straight down to the ocean. It's really amazing. And you're in this big, bubbling jacuzzi. What else? The rooms, okay, most everybody, there are interior rooms, but most everybody gets themselves a ocean view balcony room. Just imagine yourself in the morning and the evening having yourself a beverage, or in the morning enjoying some breakfast, either a full breakfast or a couple of croissants and some coffee, some orange juice, and sitting out on your own private balcony, watching the ocean go by. You don't hear anything. And when you do get close to certain islands in the Caribbean, because we only cruise the Caribbean, you see mountains. There's mountains on those islands. It's crazy. And then at night, you can, the right time of the year, you can leave the sliding door open. That will turn your air conditioning off. They do not allow you to leave that door open and have that air run. But if it's a nice weather, you can leave the slider open and just have the breeze coming in, and hear the slightly of the waves breaking away from the ship, and sleep to that. Sit out there at night, see stars, and you always see other ships. There's more ships than you think that are out there. You see them all lit up, following one another. Freighters. There's a lot of stuff to see, including fish jumping and different things. But there's a huge water slide. I like going on it. There's zip lining. There's goofy golf. You want to look at your phone or get on your laptop, you got the internet package.
Ping pong, basketball, pickleball.
Ping pong, basketball, pool.
Pickleball, surfing.
Oh, a complete, full-size basketball court, where they also play tennis on it, or pickleball and stuff. And during the day, they got a place you can go up and get you an ice cream anytime you want. Anytime you want. Get you a free ice cream cone. Oh, the surfing. What's it called? It's that water that goes up that thing, and they let you get on a boogie board, and you can stand on it and surf. What's that thing called?
Flow rider.
Flow rider, yeah. 2 of them. One's for belly boarding, like for less experience and younger kids. Adults can do it too, though. And then the other one's a stand-up. And I always eat it. Every time I've tried it, I don't think I've stood up more than 10 seconds before I eat it.
In your younger days, you stood up longer.
Yeah. In my younger days, I could do it. I'm going to try it again. I'll give it another try. It's kind of embarrassing and kind of nerve-wracking when, everybody's sitting there watching you. But I'll do it. And the zip lining, it's a very short ride, but it goes right over like 14 floors down in the middle of the ship. There's a complete Central Park they got what they call neighborhoods on the,
They have balconies also.
Yeah, they have balconies. And the boardwalk, there's a big dry slide, and then up on the pool deck there's a water slide where you go through the tubes, and come on. All of these things, it takes you 3 days minimum to see all the ship, to get around to doing all the different things. And all week you could never, because you end up repeating a few things that you like a lot, you don't get to the other things. We've been on, this will be our 16th cruise, and I'll guarantee you there's rooms and places. Oh, before I forget, we're Diamond members. We've reached the status, and what you get there is a bunch of stuff. Discounts, free drinks, alcoholic beverages, robes, and all sorts of things that you get. But you get to this special room, this special lounge with hors d'oeuvres and cocktails. And I don't drink anymore, but You could go, and they have a special breakfast every morning too. I mean, they got a beautiful buffet and anything you want, you know, that anybody can go to. It's just, what's it called? The Shawshank? That's what we call it.
Windjammer.
The Windjammer. And all the Royal Caribbean ships have a Windjammer buffet. That's what they call the food area. It's on the top of the ship with these huge floor-to-ceiling windows to look out, 360 panoramic on the ocean. And you're up 16 floors. But the Diamond Lounge is really special. It's got these really cool places to sit. This big, huge window that looks into the back of the ship, to the boardwalk, and to the wash. That's where the the propellers are pushing those bubbles up, and you can see that as the ship moves. There's a big, huge, it's every big as Planet Fitness, quality, top of the line machines at a gym. Not to mention the massages and all that. You can get a haircut, a whole salon, spa, but be prepared to pay for that. That's not free.
Be prepared.
Be prepared to pay. And then what I was going to say is the track. There's a jogging track, walking track. It's kind of a cork floor, very thin but super soft. You can tell when you walk on it. And they keep it, I mean, it is spotless. And it goes all the way around the ship, unobstructed, on the 5th deck. When you come out of the promenade's on the 5th deck. When you come out, the sliders in aft and forward, port and starboard sides of the ship, you can go out on the track. And at the in the aft part of the ship, there's these chairs that you can sit and just stare at the wash. And people can walk by and jog by. There's always people out there. And in the morning, you know, to work off all those calories, you know, a lot of people are out there. 2.5 times, not even 2.5 times around an unobstructed track, no obstructions whatsoever, is 1 mile. We're talking 1,200 foot long ship and 150,000 gross tons. I'm also talking about 150 or 60 foot beam. That's the width. This is what makes the ship different from any other cruise ship on the face of the planet, is the beam, which is the width. When you're walking in the promenade on the 5th deck, believe me, I walk down the mall at UTC, it's not as wide, is it? Those stores,
No.
It's not as wide as the ship. And you can get 24 hours a day, free pizza slices. They have like 10 different kinds of pizza. There's the Park Cafe, I think it's called. No, that's the one on what's that park? Central Park has the Park Cafe, but there's a cafe in the promenade that's 24 hours a day that has treats and danishes and stuff with coffee. Best cup of coffee you ever had in your life. 24 hours a day. Was the best cup of coffee you ever had in your life, Tammy?
No. Mud.
Tammy, first of all, doesn't drink much coffee. And this coffee,
Strong.
there's a Starbucks, but you got to pay for it. There's a Starbucks
I don't drink Starbucks either.
on the promenade.
Starbucks.
Yeah, they got one.
So
They all
I
got
hate
it.
Starbucks.
Huh?
Hate Starbucks.
Oh, well, the coffee that this cafe has on the promenade I'm talking about, she adds cream, she adds sugar, she adds more cream, she adds more sugar. And she just can't get it sweet enough for her. It's just, she calls it mud. But I drink it, and it's the best cup of coffee I ever had in my life.
Not bad in the dining room.
And I'll be drinking plenty of it. You know, our Diamond Benefits gives us free beverages, adult beverages. Any kind of beer, wine, liquor drink, whatever you want, 4 each per day. So, she is not a big drinker. And when I used to drink, I would get more like 6 to 7 per day because she may, have one. But now she's going to have them all.
I'm using them for Coke.
And you can use them for Cokes.
Yeah,
Because Coke is not included. Iced tea and coffee, they know how to get you. You can buy a drink package that includes all the alcoholic beverages and the soda, or you can just buy a soda package, and then you get a cup, and you got to go to these machines, and you carry that around with you all day. All the kids have them. They stay loaded up on sugar and caffeine.
What's free
But you don't need it. You don't need that.
I think what's free is water, lemonade, tea, fruit punch.
Yeah, lemonade, water, and coffee. Tea.
Fruit punch.
Fruit punch,
Lemonade.
OJ, those kind of things. But Coke is extra. And here's what they've changed that we've learned. Now, years ago, Tammy actually cruised before I ever got into cruising. She introduced me to it. And she would talk about all these things they used to do that they started cutting out. Even on our first cruise together. Like 24-hour room service, 24-hour restaurants. They started closing down. And now, since our last cruise, which has been a couple of years, we're so overdue to take a cruise. That's why we're excited. I understand now, like once a week, they have, is it lobster night once?
Yeah.
One night at the sit-down dining room is called lobster night. And they only do it one night during the cruise because, it's a lot to give away. And people would sit there and just order them over and over and over. So now they've changed it to...
Take them back to the room.
You get none. Yeah, they take them back to their room and everything. You get what you get, and then you pay. I buy, you pay. They charge you for additional lobster now.
Not full price, so I'll have to look it up.
And we're not even really sure about it or how much it is. And then I've heard that they only do room service. And I mean, to make your room once a day. So I don't know what the room stewards are doing all day then, if they're only going to do it. They used to always do it in the morning when you would get up and go to breakfast or go on an excursion, and they would know your schedule. We would kind of tell them what time we're going to be out, and we'd always make sure we stayed away. We come back in a fresh new room, new towels. The bed would be made, all straightened up, trash emptied, all that kind of stuff. So now I understand they only do it once a day, but that's okay. They don't change your sheets twice a day, so they just make the bed. So we make our own bed, and we can obviously, and I'm sure they'd probably do it anyway, bring you more towels. But we always do 2 things when we get there. One, we immediately ask 3 things. We immediately ask for a bed foam topper on our bed. Those beds are not the softest. If you like a hard bed, you got it made. But we learned several cruises ago that you can requisition a topper. And we actually had one cruise where they didn't have any. It was a problem. We didn't know what we were going to do. We were freaking out. No, not really. So what they did was, and this is what you can do, is they just put double blankets on the bed. So it was a little softer. And then the next thing we do is there's an ice bucket. We ask them always to keep ice in the room for the sodas and water and whatever. And the third thing, most importantly, what was it? Oh, yes.
Towels.
Huh?
Towels?
Yes. We always ask for double towels. Yep. Because we use them. And then, here's what I was going to tell you too, little secrets for you. When people talk about sneaking on booze or whatever, let me tell you right now, you can bring a 12-pack of sodas, Coke, Diet Coke, whatever you want, 7-Up, whatever you want, no problem, and they allow it. You can bring 2 750-liter bottles of wine. They say there's a corkage fee if you were to take the wine to dinner with you and they open the cork and you enjoy your wine with dinner, they'll charge you a fee, but that's ridiculous. We just had some wine in the room, and we would get a couple of wine glasses from our room steward, and we would have it in the room, or we'd pour ourselves a glass and take it to dinner, or walk around the promenade, anywhere you want to do. Go to a show, doesn't matter. So you can bring 2 bottles of wine legally. You can bring the sodas, and just bring your own corkscrew. If you don't have one, they will give you one in your room. But it's supposed to be a fee if you take it to your dinner table. And also, chips and snacks. Supposedly those are not allowed, but we found out you want to bring potato chips, like little snack bags or whatever, Lance crackers or whatever. You can certainly pack that and carry that right on the ship. 80 proof alcohol, vodka, bourbon, whiskey, no. Rum, no. Can't bring that. People buy these things on Amazon called bladders and whatever, and they fill them up. They pour stuff in water bottles and that kind of thing. And you can bring water too. Supposedly, if you shake a water bottle, like when you go to Cozumel and you get off the ship and you want to come back on the ship with a bottle of water, they shake it. And if there is bubbles, it's one or the other. Bubbles or no bubbles indicates it's probably vodka or something, or tequila. So, but you don't need to worry about that. Just buy the drink package or buy your drinks. Or if you reach diamond status like us, that's enough drinks for you. What else can I tell you? We do not use a passport. If you leave Florida, or if you're in New York or Texas at one of those ports, and you take a cruise, and you don't cruise across the Atlantic Ocean to Europe and have to fly home, you don't need a passport. You simply use your birth certificate. I've taken 15 cruises. This will be my 16th one. I've never had a passport in my life. I do want one. I keep saying I'm going to get one, and I keep not getting one. But I'm going to get one. Because here's the thing. Let's say you get off the ship and you get in trouble, or you miss the ship and you have to fly home, you're going to be up the creek. But to prevent all that, we don't even get off the ship. Even though we do get off, like in Cozumel and a few things, and we just go down to the port, right off the ship. There's a kind of a safety zone that, like in Cozumel, I guess you're actually in Mexico, but you're in the port. So you're not going to miss the ship, and you're going to be able to get back on. But we do not take excursions. We do not get on vehicles. We do not let people take us into town. No, we don't do that. And in fact, a lot of the ports, because over 15 cruises, we've gotten off. We haven't gone into town on any of them really, but we've gotten off only to find out it really wasn't anything we were interested in. And so we choose to stay on the ship where we own it. No crowds in the pools. No crowds. Everybody's off the ship. But they do kind of force you to get off, because a lot of the things in the promenade and a lot of the bars, not all of them, are closed while we're in port, because they want you to get off and spend money. And guess what? If you think you're buying trinkets down there in the port from Jamaica or Mexico or somewhere like that, you're fooling yourself. That's owned by the cruise lines. Unless you get in a car or a bus and you go into their country and find yourself a real deal and deal with them, all that port stuff is nothing but a tourist trap. Just more ways they get money out of you. So we don't spend any more money. And we actually, from our cruise line, our booking agent that we use in Florida on every cruise we've ever done, is we get an onboard credit. Now you can get onboard credit from the cruise line, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, all of them. But our booking agent, our company, told me years ago, this is why we use them, they always get the best price, is they sacrifice part of their commission and give it to their clients as onboard credit. So we'll get a credit from them and a credit from Royal Caribbean, and when we get on the ship, we've got some money in our pocket to spend on anything we want, except gambling. They don't want you to go in there and use the money they've given you and win $1,000. But you can go to any souvenir shop, buy a hat, t-shirt, a pay-for restaurant. They do have restaurants that you pay. It's kind of dumb, I know. They give you free food, but yet they got supposedly better restaurants that are, they have a nice ambiance and it's a nice treatment they give you and the service, but it's the same food. Don't waste your money, in my opinion. What's this guy doing? Why are you stopping here? All right. But here's what we love to spend our onboard credit doing. We love it to go to Johnny Rockets, because we get so tired of the ship food, which is fine. It's really awesome. But Johnny Rockets, you ever had the Johnny Rockets? They got the fries, the shakes, the burgers, the American food. After about your third or fourth day on your cruise, you're just getting jonesing for, a McDonald's or something. Well, you can get it at Johnny Rockets. And just like everything else on there, you pay the one fee. And if you want to eat 2 hamburgers and more fries, or you buy a shake and you want another one, some people do. If you can get it down, you get all you want. But it is so good. Johnny Rockets is so good. Love it, love it, love it. And they have breakfast, we found out. We didn't even know till like a couple of cruises ago that they've got, it's free, right? It's not a pay.
I'm not sure.
I think it's a free. And you can either go to the Windjammer upstairs, or you can go to the sit-down place that has a breakfast, and then they have them outside around the pool deck at these different little places. One you can get fried eggs, and one is Johnny Rockets. So you can do that. And what else can I tell you before I end the video? Cruise. Definitely get yourself a cruise. I recommend the Royal Caribbean. Also, backing up a little bit, I wasn't truthful. We do get off the ship every time. And we don't even take a cruise anymore that the ship doesn't go there. And that is Royal Caribbean's privately owned island called Coco Cay in the Bahamas. It is a magical place. It is an amazing place. They set up a complete picnic, barbecue, burgers, barbecue ribs, Mexican food, a whole eclectic array of foods under huge pavilions. There is an extra fee for this big water park that you can go to with the tallest water slide in the world or in the States or something like that. And you can snorkel, scuba dive, jet ski. Those are extra, but swimming on the beach is free. Unlimited free, unbelievable lounge chairs with umbrellas that are real cozy, you know, that come down low on you with a table on the sand, and it's there the whole day. You disembark early. They start setting up the food early, and man, and then if you want to go to the pool they have, the pool meanders 100 yards, goes underneath bridges, it goes this way, that way, and they have those soft chase lounges, you know, that are in the water about that deep, and you're laying like a little bit in the water and in the sun, and they're jamming the tunes. I'm talking the best tunes. It's got you moving, and people are walking around with frozen adult beverages or virgin beverages or whatever, soda or whatever you want, walking around in the pool with the umbrellas sticking out, listening to the music and the sun in the Bahamas, baby. Also, finally, these cruises that I'm talking about are on a unique class of ship. It's called the Oasis class, and Royal Caribbean has, I believe, 5 now. 5 Oasis class ships, and they're the biggest on the planet. And they do not cruise, well, they do, it's a rare thing, less than 7 days, 7 to 10 days. So you got a whole week. None of this 3-day, you know, one day you go, then the next day you're on a cruise, and the next day they throw you off, and you're like, what happened? And you're out, you know. Those are very cheap cruises too. All those cruises you see for $2.99, $5.99, $4.99, forget it. If you don't spend at least $2,000 to $3,000, and I would never spend $3,000, but I have, we have, is you spend $1,800 to $2,400 for 2 people with a balcony ocean view room for 7 days, and you're golden. And then you're definitely crushing it.